guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. I'm not quite sure really what to think about this whole coronavirus thing. Worried about the virus itself. It's not really all that scary or anything like that. I do worry a little bit about people, how people act and things like that when they start losing their minds, that kind of thing. And we've been trying to do a little bit of prepping here over the last few years. We haven't really gotten around to a lot of it, unfortunately. But now we're going to start ramping up a little bit because you never really know. I think what people are mainly worried about is getting quarantined for a long period of time. So I guess if you're going to start, preparing for having to stay in your house for a month or something like that, in order to survive, you need air first. Hopefully the air quality stays up. Second of all, obviously, toilet paper. That'd be air, then toilet paper. You're going to need at least 900 rolls of toilet paper if you're going to survive a month at home. I'm not sure what's up with the panic buying toilet paper. I don't want to panic buy toilet paper, I guess. I do want to regular buy toilet paper, though, but if you go anywhere you go, they just don't have anymore. And that's kind of the point that I was making before. Once people start going a little bit loopy and start hoarding things and whatnot, you're not really quite sure what to expect. So it's good to be, have a little bit of preparation ahead of time or whatever. Here, I guess, obviously after air would be water, your most important, element that you would need. We do have some drinking water here. It's in bottled water, things like that. We do have actually public water, so if we were quarantined or something like that happened, hopefully the water will just continue to flow out of the faucet. We can drink that first, not worry about this kind of stuff. But if it didn't, then we have bottled water and things. We have some 5-gallon jugs that we filled with water and things like that too. And we would use this stuff up first, and then if we were to run out of that, obviously your hot water tank has 50 gallons of drinkable water right there too. Use that kind of stuff. You can drain the pipes in your house too, depending on how your house is plumbed and how much plumbing is in it. You might get another 10 or 20 gallons and just out of the lines. Just open up your lowest valve in the house, which for us is probably by the washing machine in the basement, something like that. You can drain those pipes, crack the valves upstairs and drain those pipes and actually drink that water too. That's good water. Actually, after that, we'd probably have to go to outside water, catching rainwater, and we'd be doing our water catchment system tomorrow. I did originally plan on waiting until this spring to do it, but now things are kind of ramping up fast and things are getting a little bit weird, so I might want that water on hand. It's supposed to rain Wednesday and Thursday, something like that this week, so I don't want to waste that water. I'd like to at least keep that stuff anyway, because if we did lose the city water, I don't want to be using our drinking water to, say, water the animals and stuff like that. They can have that outside water first, and we'll keep our purified water for ourselves. But the whole prepping thing too, that's something we plan on doing. Didn't do a whole lot of, but one thing we always did have is a pantry. This is kind of old-fashioned prepping. They didn't used to call it prepping. They used to call it spring, summer, and fall time, harvest time. Whatever you didn't use immediately, you canned and you put away for winter, because obviously in the wintertime there is no food. So everyone used to be a prepper, kind of. Even though now people look at preppers and they think they're weird or something. It's a totally natural thing to do, to store supplies for later on in case you're going to need them, especially in the wintertime, or in case, like now, if you were to be stuck in your house, it's nice to have the extra supplies just in case. Hopefully you never need them, but they're there anyway. This is something we always had, like I said, our pantry, and we have a lot of canned items that, we come out of our garden and things like that, or, canned goods. We're going to try to start buying a little bit extra every single week or whatever to get some more storage, just in case, because like I said, we hadn't gotten to it like we wanted to anyway. But it's nice to have other, peanut butter, stuff like that, stuff that people actually like. We do have some spare batteries for some flood lamps that we have, these big flashlights, big 6-volt batteries. Some of those spared down here in case you lose electricity, because that could happen too. You never really know. And syrup, things like that. It's nice to have some kind of medical supplies too. And some chest rub, Vapo stuff in case somebody gets a head cold or something like that. Vitamins, because you never really know how long you're going to be locked down for, if you get locked down at all. But if you are, let's say, whatever we have here doesn't last us as long as we think it's going to last us, or we end up with more people at our house than we think. we're going to have at our house. It doesn't last us as long as we thought. You might have to ration food pretty harshly after a while. You know, you're going to come close to running out. So you might not get all the nutrition you would normally get out of a plate of food. Maybe if it's easy to get a lot of nutrition out of a lot of food, it's hard to get a lot of nutrition out of a little bit of food. So daily vitamins kind of nice just to make sure you don't get some weird disease that comes from, you know, vitamin deficiency or something like that. So get some vitamins just in case. Oh, extra toothbrushes and things. Make sure you keep some kind of hygiene and things like that. You want to run around not brushing your teeth or anything. You know, and I'm surprised they allowed us to buy this much cough medicine at once, but they did. Cough medicine's good to have. Because we, you know, I get kids around or something like that in case you get a cough. Seasonings, plastic knives and forks. We do have some bleach actually for water purification or for sanitizing things, whatever, that kind of thing. If we did lose electricity, we did fill up all of our propane bottles. We had a few of them, whatever. Fill those up and we'd use the grill outside to grill food and things. Also, outside, we did fill up all of our gas cans that we had. We do have the old plow truck out there. We were gonna fill the tank on that. That gives us another 25 gallons of gasoline in case we needed to get somewhere or whatever. We could siphon that out, and it would just be like a holding tank pretty much for gas for us, just in case something like that were to happen. Most of this stuff down here is like dried food. We just keep them in some tubs or whatever to kind of keep them dry. A lot of this kind of stuff is getting hard to find too. People are buying it all off the shelf. Ammunition's a nice thing to have. I never really planned on prepping for ammunition or anything like that, really. I mean, I kind of bought some here and there, but I just bought a separate ammo can for each caliber that I had. But I thought it looked stupid if you have in a whole ammo can, you have 2 little boxes of ammo on the bottom. So I wanted to fill each can. So I have no idea how many rounds I have of each caliber. I just know I have 1 can of each. So it's just a mixture depending on the size of the round and how many come in a box and all that kind of goofy stuff. I hope you guys, you know, stay safe. Make sure you're watching a little bit, you know, if you are in a situation that makes you feel nervous, you know, you're in a grocery store and people are starting to act not right, maybe you just drop your cart and leave, you know, because stuff can happen and whatever. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching today. Have a great day.